in a vaccine trial because he has a light autoimmune disease, like a skin thing. So he couldn't do it.
Colton, this is going to be a multi-part arc of roles for you.
Cool.
The danger level is quite high.
Shit.
So let's talk about what's involved. You have to find a good place to harvest. Then you have to do it before somebody interrupts you. Think of it like a DayZ or any Arma or a survival game, right? You need to loot all of the good shit and sort it out. I guess now it'd be Tarkov. You need to get the good shit, assemble it in your inventory Tetris style properly to fit it all in your cooler, and then get out. You as a doctor are in a pretty good position to sell these organs, but you will need to fake a death certificate for all of these involuntary organ donors. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to do some counterfeiting. Pascal could, of course, do that for you pretty easily. Yeah. That's in his wheelhouse.
If I happen to find like dead cops, they're already on the organ donor list.
No,
aren't all Redline City cops, when they're dead, their organs are? You said that last when we did.
So that's
like public service.
Yes, that's legally, right? So for that to happen, you would have to walk in with the body and be like, "This guy's dead." You have to walk in with the whole body, essentially.
Oh, that's not what I did.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
we did a little bit of shortening the time span there. Officially, you are going to have to fake a death certificate with a reasonable cause of death as to why these organs just appeared on the market, or you could accept a little less money and a lot less risk and sell it on the black market. You know, direct to the buyer. You never know who it's going to end up in, though.
Yeah, maybe.
So, first thing I'm going to need from you is a shadow track roll.
What's the base on that?
The base is going to be 10. Oh, you mean the base skill is int.
Okay.
So I thought it was cool.
No. Cool is streetwise. What do we got? Give me the roll. I want to see the roll.
Is it an int?
Int, yes, sorry. I thought I had said that. Yep, it's an int roll.
15.
Okay.
Just what I needed.
So, it's not like you get the golden harvest, but you get a pretty good pile of one cop and like two people. Obviously, the cop killed these two people, and then like somebody killed him, and then left these bodies here. They're in they're like behind a small house, and with like a fence there, so you're in a secure-ish position for a few minutes to like get in there and do some organ harvesting. Just off the bat, the cop has a baggie of synth coke on him. And he's also got a non-regulation firearm on him as well. Both of them are in like a little pouch.
I'll take them.
Okay.
Actually, would I know if cops' weapons are tracked?
An official cop weapon would be tracked. This is... I mean, you get...
The drop piece.
Yeah, this is if he needs to set somebody up for a crime, or if he needs to like kill someone off the record.
It's no lawgiver.
Yeah, it's no lawgiver. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, may as well take them. And
okay,
I do have like I have my fanny pack basically for small amounts of extra shit.
The gun is budget arms. So just mark down you got one of those. The small budget arms pistol. I will need you to make a tech medical, but the difficulty will be based on which organs you want to harvest from these three people. So not all of them have all of the organs, because some of them are cybered up.
Just finding a place to put
Put the organs.
No, the weapon just temporarily.
Okay.
It's in my weapons. Because my notes is being occupied by other IP stuff now.
Okay.
All right. Got that down.
All right. So the cop has a cyber arm, so you won't be able to get that arm off of him.
No.
And one of the guys has a cyber leg, one of the people that he's killed. The cop has been shot in the heart, as has one of the people he's killed, and someone else was shot in the head. The body parts you can remove from people are arm, leg, heart, lung, liver, kidney, eyes, and ears. So is there anything you're aiming to get in particular?
Lung, eyes, and ears. Those are the high price getters right now. So
that's correct. All right, so you can get the lungs from all of them and the eyes and ears from all of them. I'm going to set the difficulty of this at a 18 tech medical.
20.
Okay. You finish it up. Can I also have you make a streetwise, which will be a cool roll?
Streetwise.
So you now have 6 sets of eyes.
What's the target for this one?
This one's for 15.
Dumping all my luck into it.
No.
Just shy.
Okay, so let me describe what's happening to you. You have 6 eyes,
Sure.
6 lungs.
So what was that skill check?
Oh,
Streetwise.
Streetwise. Okay. Just keeping track for end of session.
And what else were you getting? Eyes, lungs, and
Ears.
ears.
I
Yep,
assume ears
6
would
of
be
each.
the quickest, so I'd probably leave those till last.
I mean, it's a little involved. You gotta get in
Yeah.
that skull.
Well, ears are quickest because they're just, unless I'm getting like entire cochlear everything.
Yeah, you need the good stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. But your roll succeeded. You get all of that in time. As you're going to leave, I'm going to give you a choice. You can leave and make it away, but somebody spots you, or you see somebody before they see you, and you have to stay in the fenced-in area. So just to give you the cinematic, you're like leaving the fence, you're about to open the gate to leave the house, you queue around the corner, and you're like, oh shit, there's someone there. You don't really get a good look at them, but they definitely have a gun and they're wearing dark clothing.
Can I make a dodge and escape roll here?
Absolutely. It's called hide evade, I think.
Is it hide, evade, or dodge and escape? Because dodge and escape is a skill.
I'll accept dodge evade. Sure. You're good at that.
16.
Okay. Technical streetwise. Talk to me about how you get around this person.
I probably...
They're
been
Metal
in-
Gear Solid guarding now, right? They've got their rifle in their arms. They're like walking down the street and they're like, who did this? Looking around like, all right, the cops need help. I'm a cop assistant. That's me. I'm a militia now. No one does anything on this street. They're like giving a sermon to an empty street of no one.
Yeah. Well, like in South America, this was my gig. Like they sent us in, save who we could save, chop up who we could chop up, bring the organs back to fix up people who are worth fixing.
So is it you like
So this
crawl
is-
through bushes and
No,
you
no.
like over the fence, or do you like throw a rock and he's like, what was that?
No, this is like a you never take the same path twice kind of thing.
Okay, all right.
Like on a war zone, assume you're being watched. Don't take the same path twice.
So you can't go out the front gate, so you jump over the fence into somebody else's yard. You leave from that direction. You've got a cooler filled with some stuff, and you've got some synth coke and a gun. That's about all you think you're going to be able to get done, as you can see that there are police helicopters descending and going beneath the plate into old Redline, where you're currently at.
Yeah. So at that point, I'm going to book it.
All right. You heading back to the office, or are you going to go convert these into cash?
I probably have to put the organs on cold storage. So I assume there'd be a place that I normally use for this.
Sure.
Because this isn't my first rodeo with cutting people up.
Agree. So are you taking them home, or are you going to leave them at like a medical facility?
Probably like, wasn't in my backstory like was a manager or owned a pharmaceutical or like some sort of, I'm going to say maybe that there's like cold storage in the basement. Not a large cold storage locker, like you couldn't put a whole body in there, but two
Like a meat
ice,
safe.
yeah, like two ice boxes with some lungs and eyes and ears are good for them.
It's not weird at all. Just a good day's work.
Yeah.
I want to remind the audience that you're like a street child that grew up in the corporate wars, right?
Yeah, well,
like killing people for money is what you needed to do to survive.
Well, my parents we were like some pirate something, and something happened, shit blew up, and I somehow survived and was adopted into some other shit. So
it's not that you're an awful person, you were just raised awfully.
I just got a shitty hand and did what I could with it.
Inside you have a heart of gold that you
hate everyone.
and sold.
Yep.
And replaced with chrome. Okay.
RGB, but yeah.
You safely leave. You have a little clicker to change what color your heart is.
Yeah.
Okay. In the course of 2 hours, you travel to a crime scene.
But I'd probably like
de-organ some bodies.
I'd probably call ahead at least to Pascal and be like, got one small pile of synth coke. The rest of it is not quite liquidated enough to become synth coke yet. Organs need to be sold. Also, I need your help on some death certificates.
Great. I can do that for you. I also need your help because you got out of here so fast that I forgot to ask you to patch me up.
Oh yeah, you did look a little fucked up. On the way out the door, I'll grab like, is there anything that like...
You have a med kit.
Just med kit is all I need. I don't need like extra shit. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't need a surgical center. So.
All right. I already have the shit on me, so headed back to the office.
Is it just a forgery roll?
It is. I love the idea that the elevator attendant doesn't look twice at you coming in with like sleeves covered in blood and gore.
I would have changed my shirt.
Okay.
19.
19 is more than good enough. You are capable of forging for 12 pairs of organs, right? I mean, it's everything checks out, right?
Yeah, lungs, heart, and eyes for 3 people. So, or lungs, eyes, and
right?
ears.
But people aren't going to need all of them at once, right? So you're going to have to sell them individually. But you just need to be able to say, we got these things. They're all good.
Yeah, and like I'll probably sell them as like put my feelers out for like people who want them now, and anyone I can't sell immediately to, I'll just put.
Pascal could also try to sell them for you if you don't mind going to the black market.
Yeah.
I mean, he might take a commission, but you could get a better price. You could get a worse price.
Which is fine. He needs the money anyway.
Is that something you want to do, Pascal? Get into the organ trade, Maxine yourself here?
Not really, but if Coltan can't move them quickly, then I'm happy to put the word out and see if I can. But if he can move them quickly on his own, then
it's a rough time to try to sell them to regular hospitals right now because everybody's selling organs to regular hospital.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping them as. This is like the peak of
Right.
of Bitcoin crypto shit. I'm just waiting it out.
You could, or you could try to sell them now on the black market where people are like, oh, I could get eyes now if somebody had them available, right?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is get a big collection of eyes and then manufacture a drug that causes people to go blind and release it into the community. Create your own demand.
That's super villain talk, and I'm into it.
I see you guys are capable of running your own Megacorp. Welcome.
There you go. Yeah, but like I'll put feelers out, and I'll ask Pascal to put feelers out for like immediate like market sales. The rest of them I'll hold and put on.
Okay, Pascal. It's a 15 street deal, and for every 5 better you do, you'll get a better price.
Okay. 23.
That's pretty good. You're gonna get a premium price, so you get market value essentially for these, what you would get at a donation bank anyway.
So like on the at 120, page 120 in the book,
you get the average price rather than less. Okay. So
so what is sale price? Is that like,
that's what they are going to sell it for to somebody down the line. So you get they're willing to settle for 7,000 euro bucks,
which is a good chunk of change.
So Pascal, these people are a Chinese triad.
Drummer.
What?
I said, well done, drummer.
Yeah. How much are you cutting Pascal in for that? Not that you have to, but I'm just curious.
Probably like finder's fee, 20% commission.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. You need the money.
And you're giving him the synth coke as well?
Yeah, I'll like have the baggie. I don't know how much it is.
It's 1 unit of synth coke, which is a considerable amount.
1,000.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's 1,000 worth of synth coke. It's a considerable amount of synth coke.
So is this the pile that would be needed for?
No, but it's a start.
I think the term the police use is it's a trafficable amount.
Yeah.
What we're looking for is a pile. So, you know, it's like 4 or 5, maybe 6, 7 versions of that. So
That's a lot.
yeah, it's the type of thing that would basically kill a human being. That's how much coke we need.
And also like also found a gun. I don't need this. It's on a cop. I'm not registered to a cop. Anyone want it?
Which
Ooh, it's budget arms. Why?
Why don't you throw it in with the other guns we took last night?
which budget arms was it? Is it the heavy or the light?
The light.
Yeah, okay, that's
little
trash. That's 1d6.
You know that you can get them from a vending machine, right? Like literally, that's a vending machine gun.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know guns, man. I just picked it up.
So
That's-
budget arm C13.
Yeah, that's 75 euro bucks new.
Just throw it in the duffel bag with the rest we took.
Then I'll throw it in their duffel bag with the rest of the
Little did they know that this would come back to haunt them later. This gun was used to assassinate the
Yeah,
president.
I think we get rid of this thing. This is a cops drop piece. I don't
just
think we
put it-
want to hang
Put it in the
on to
paper
it.
shredder, you know, like me.
That's not how guns work.
Will this thing survive 54 floors?
No, it doesn't have that level of quality. Are you dropping it in
window.
Dante Fiero's splash zone?
I mean,
Frisbee it out as far as you can.
is Dante in the office?
There is a red light over his office indicating not to come in. You don't know whether he's in there or not?
He's on air.
I don't remember if he told us like that thing was off limits.
I mean, it's his personal office that he runs a country from, so...
But he also gave us 4 offices in his office.
I
Yes.
think he means he's not sure whether the balcony is off limits to throw things off on. Whether that's like a personal.
Yeah.
You have no idea. You could call him and ask him.
I'll ask forgiveness rather than permission. Just check this thing.
All
out.
right, so you go into his office. There's no one
No,
in
no.
there.
Oh, is it in
the
his
balcony
office?
is in his office. It's physically.
Oh, never
located.
mind then. I didn't. I
Yep.
didn't know. Okay.
If you just want to throw it out a window, you can. It's a loaded firearm, though.
I'd unload it.
I love the idea that it hits the ground, goes off, and someone's just like, what the fuck? Something's grazed me? Like, what is that?
Was that a mosquito? It was really
Like,
loud.
Take someone out.
Some damage? Like,
Just take someone out. And Colton's like, this is a long elevator ride. Goes down to get the body.
There's Peter Griffin on the floor being like, my knee.
No,
Okay.
well then, if there's no point, like
There is like a gun, or not a gun, but like a evidence disposal thing
it's just
inside
like
this building.
It's
Okay.
like the Home Alone forge, like everyone's scared of it, sort of thing.
I'll use that then. Just
Okay.
I don't want this gun anymore.
Yeah, they don't ask
Is this
questions.
No, there's a paper plastic evidence chute like on the wall.
And there's even like a gun-shaped hole, sort of.
Yeah. This specifically fits the budget arms like light auto pistol.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing next?
Oh man, you put it in, pull the lever, it does like a little slot machine, and then it drops it in. See if you win like something like a coupon from the cafeteria or something.
Thank you for recycling.
Yeah.
Can I get you to patch me up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
So it was 2 hours, right? So
Yeah, make a medical
hours of
roll.
waiting
Tech
time.
medical.
So I'm gonna
Yep.
during this time I'm gonna talk to Bishop and be like, so we haven't really had an opportunity to sit down and discuss what it is that you can do on the field. I get that, you're a big scary guy. You got the face and the shoulders and the aroma. But, I wanted to know specifically about other things that you're capable of. Like, can you dress snappy? Like, can you, I don't know, like, are you capable of filing someone's taxes? Like, what can you do exactly?
I have a former role with police investigation, so I'm equipped for that. I was preparing to serve in a max tac group in a different jurisdiction before I came to Redline City.
So far you've said shoot guys and shoot guys. Well, I mean, so let me clarify here, because I think a little bit of clarification is kind of needed. I would like to make sure that our future jobs have as little amount of shooting as possible. So, I mean, it's good to have people who can shoot, but ultimately we shouldn't be shooting anyone, because it brings into complications into creating a nice story that
I don't need a firearm to disable somebody.
Okay, I meant like if we go undercover, could you like pretend to be someone that you're not? Like, do you have any skills that would work in an average office?
I've worked undercover.
He says, looking into a mirror.
I've got several years experience on the street, so I know how to talk to people, how to get information from people. I'm not clearly. I mean, you're obviously the face of this particular group, Mr. Nathers. I'm just here to ensure everybody remains safe. But once again, if you need me to play it low key, I can go low key as much as anyone who's 6'2" can.
Oh, fantastic, because I tell you what, the other two people in the crew are just like, the first job we went on, they're just like, all right, let's cut up some people, and I'm like, guys, chill. Like,
broke the man's
13
leg backwards after 2 sentences. The plan went bad because of you, Mash.
You're not here. You're off cutting people up as we speak.
Oh, okay. This is in the meantime. I thought it was when I came back. Like,
So, trust me when I say that violence isn't my first go-to.
Yeah. Great. Fantastic. I think we're going to have a great time working together. I did have a question for you though.
Yes.
How are you with like home security? Like, do you know of like some easy ways to make sure that people can't kick in your door and put you in a van with their brother's face on it, for example?
Yeah, so this is exactly the conversation I've had with Pascal, is that if we're going to work together, we probably need to understand our own situations a bit better and be able to properly communicate, because I was lucky I was able to interpret the dribble I got from him when he phoned me, indicating that he was in trouble, and then lucky enough to find him as well. Thankfully, we live close by.
You're like neighbors? Like, what's going on there?
Same district.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, I'm always connected to the internet, always connected to the phone. So if you want, I can give you. Is there like Arthur, would there be like some sort of pass through that I can give to him or something like that so he can like see what I'm seeing or something along those lines?
That would be, he would need to be a net runner to do something like that.
Okay. What about some sort of feed access that I can give him?
If you had one of those new Zetatech headsets, and they say Limelight is going to be a fantastic new Zetatech product.
So,
but they do make
both
media headsets that like you can see what's happening. Someone can like access it remotely.
we both got cyber telephones, and I've got a Times Square marquee, so you should be able to send me text messages I can read on my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Great, perfect. This is easy. So I like the idea that, I just have like a chat window open at all times, and I can just like blurb my brain thoughts at him.
Do people with,
whenever I want.
That's
do people
awful.
with the Times Square marquee thing, if there's like a national emergency, does their entire vision go orange, like white text?
No, Times Square marquee is like a scrolling text. At the
It's a
bottom
ticker.
of the screen, sort of thing.
Basic peripheral vision. That's it. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like when you get those, like what are those Amber Alerts? Like Amber Alerts for sure come up on Times Square. Although as long as you got a cyber telephone, because there's no other internet, wireless internet in the setting.
Mm-hmm.
There are wireless cyber modems, but yeah, other than that, they're not good either. They drop.
So I want to get a head start on this other job that we got to get going on. So is there a way that I can make some sort of credibility or anything sort of role to see if I can get an in on this internet and phone company?
So you want to start developing contacts with the internet phone company?
Basically, yeah. I'm looking for someone to finger some people on the inside.
I don't know that credibility is, well, maybe.
Would you like to sign up for a plan?
Well, not so much that, but more like like I'm looking for someone who's the type of guy that's willing to talk over some beer or something like that.
Okay. I mean, for something like that, it's going to be a very difficult role to find someone who could easily spill information. You know what I mean? At least useful information. Yeah, if you're talking about like a low-level janitor or security guard that you could talk to occasionally and maybe get a drip of information, that's one thing. Finding someone who knows something and you can get in contact with them, much more difficult.
Well, these are mostly, like right now, I'm mostly looking for leads on like potential pitfalls that the company's going through. So think like insider trading sort of type deals.
I don't know that that's going to
like,
be credibility in that case, but it'll probably be something you're good at. Human perception.
Human perception I have, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you could do human perception or interview and like go through lists of people and like spend some time driving around, meeting with them, seeing if you can mark whether they're a good target for like whether they're a good mark, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just want, like, I really wish this sheet would tell me what was the base skill that a thing uses.
That's on page 45.
Yeah, no, I got it open. But it's just annoying that I have to open it up. So interview is int, maybe? No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's empathy, as is human perception.
Credibility, I think, is int as well. Awareness / notice is not though. That's
I'll buy that. I'll buy awareness notice check.
Okay, what is awareness notice? Oh, that's in. Okay, yeah, I'll use that. If that's okay
18,
with you.
and you'll start developing some low-level contacts who will talk to you on a regular basis without getting spooked. For every 5 points higher, you'll get a more important person.
All right, let's blow all my 3 luck on that then. It's probably the only roll I'm going to make this session. So 23, nice.
Okay, so you find a mid-level manager. Her name is Cynthia Coltan, Koden. She is your typical middle manager whose job is entirely to schedule meetings with people lower ranking than her in order to inform people higher ranking of her what they're all doing.
What was her name? Cynthia?
Cynthia Coltan.
Okay.
When you get an idea that she is a person capable of approachment, you see that she often stops to talk to people over coffee on her way out of work. You basically stalk her to a nice restaurant where she gets a glass of wine and spends a lot of time talking with the person at the table next to her, the waiter, very social person, lets little things about work drop in her. I wouldn't say she says anything hostilely or negatively, but, you know, just like talking about work. And she's like, well, I had a problem at work today and XY did a Z thing. And you know, XY.
So, what type of restaurant is it?
It's the Cyberpunk 2020 version of a Denny's.
Oh, so it's like kind of like a weird Applebee's sort of thing or whatever.
It's a
right?
weird Applebee's. Yeah, it's probably called something like All Americans. It serves, you know, premium cheeseburgers and ribs. It's got a salad bar that's underused, which is exactly what she goes there for.
So I see what she's eating, and you know, I'll mimic her, basically.
Oh, you're gonna run into her at the salad bar?
Kind of, yeah. It's you gotta remember, like, my empathy is so low that my human perception and awareness is mostly just like based around the idea that I can like mimic a human being, right? Like that's sort of the way that Mash Nathers sort of looks at the world a little bit. So he's gonna go up to her and say like, oh, so these tomatoes, like, I mean, what do you think of them?
Right. They're not as fresh as they could be. You know, the stuff you get directly from the farm tastes so different from what you get in a store. My family had a farm back home. It was, you know, I miss it sometimes, but she holds out a hand. Hi, I'm Cynthia. Are you with anyone?
Emotionally, no, and physically, no.
I just meant physically. You can come move your stuff over to my table if you want to talk.
I mean, I am absolutely flattered, by the way. My name is Mash. It is a pleasure to meet you.
All right. She shakes your hand. And then
I do the exact amount of pressure that's required to be a little bit stronger than her handshake, but not enough to like
scare
make her feel
off.
like it was uncomfortable. Yeah.
All right. Yep. The Patrick Bateman is very strong with you today.
What if you both wet fished?
No, it's a decent business handshake. She piles on some balsamic vinegar, but then she ruins the salad with bacon bits everywhere.
I do the same thing, except I'm tofu.
Okay. Yeah, she takes you back to the table and then starts a conversation asking about how your day's been. You know, it's been just an average day for her, but you know, some exciting things are happening around the world. And what do you do, Mash?
Oh, I'm actually in the business of putting people together and creating conversations.
Oh, you're a matchmaker.
something along those lines. It's.
Do you have a
less
card?
romantic.
I have a cousin that's trying to get married.
Sorry, I don't mean like in a relationship means. I mean like my job is to inform the world about how
She says,
people
"Oh
really
my goodness, are you a fixer?"
I like look around like shocked that she's using such a word. I'm just like, I'm sorry, do I really come across like that? No, of course not.
I just, you do have a little bit of like a bad boy aesthetic. I thought you might be like a cool criminal or something. I don't really know what that looks like. I'm sorry for painting you,
I love the idea that the moment I say, no, that's just not my style, the TV behind me, like
Mash Nathers special report.
Yeah, and it's like
Zeta Tech
like,
under fire.
Yeah,
She's not paying any attention.
Yeah, yeah. No, mine is more like an empathy level. Like basically, I try to make sure that people understand. How do I put this?
Well, you do seem like a good listener. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, are you like a psychiatrist?
Antennas go. It's like no. It's my job is to show the world that conglomerations are actually the right corporations that people should be backing with their money.
Oh,
like for example,
you're a reporter.
I don't like to call it that. It seems a little, invasive, but it's not. It's mostly me like collecting the truth, the facts straight from the people.
Okay, make a persuasion and fast talk roll, or she's going to get up and leave this table because you're like, I'm a corporate reporter. Her job is going to say something like, oh, yeah, you met with a corporate reporter and you didn't talk to us about it. Don't talk to the media. 101.
What's the difficulty on this?
18. That's a 14. All right, so she says, well, look, I'm not actually supposed to talk to the media. We have a very strict corporate policy where I work at. Thank you so much, Mr. Mash. I hope
she goes to stand up. I grab her wrist, like,
ooh.
and I say,
okay,
listen, please sit down. This is very important.
She starts sweating, and she goes pale, and she slowly lowers herself down. But she's also starting to scooch a hand towards her purse. She'll hear you out for a little while.
Mm-hmm. There have been an alarming number of anonymous tips coming to me personally. And it's something that I have to investigate. I need to make sure that the corporation that you work for is indeed ethical. And I would like to believe that that is the case. I'm hoping that if not you, maybe someone else can sit down and have a conversation with me about the going-ons and maybe can answer some of the claims that have come in.
Is there a deception skill?
I mean, there should be.
That's play fast talk. That's what it's there for.
Yeah, I feel like at this point it's intimidate. You've got an arm on her. You're basically like, listen to me. You've already failed to persuade her.
Would I be able to use credibility in this instance?
Maybe. Sell me on that.
Well, the idea that, Mash Nathers is a seeker of truth.
Well, you'd have to identify yourself as Mash Nathers, seeker of truth, in order for that to happen.
Okay, so I will then introduce myself again, in case it wasn't clear enough. My name is Mash Nathers, seeker of truth. hand her a card.
I didn't mean that literally, but yeah. Does it say "Secret of Truth" on your business card?
It does, and I'm sort of like pensively standing on a cliff, looking over the sunset, sort of thing.
Oh, do you have your foot up on a rock?
And
Yeah.
look at the lettering on that card.
Yeah, so precise.
Bone.
Holding a Rorik.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, 20 credibility. You'll be able to convince her that what you're saying is true and that there is a case to be made here. Oh boy. Yep, knocked it out the park. She leans in conspiratorially and says, "Goodness, you know, I've never heard of you before. But
It's okay.
this sounds like it could be the real
I like the
deal."
idea that she's saying that as I'm like signing someone's like fan photo of me, and I'm just like, thank you.
Now
Please
look,
leave me this alone.
I don't think there's any ethics complaints about us. We're very straightforward. You know, we do the phones. What have you heard?
Mostly around the sale of privatized information.
She gasps. That's against our corporate policies.
Hence the anonymous tips.
I mean, if you could pass that kind of information along to me, I could investigate it, maybe get a promotion out of it, maybe get a nice bonus.
I feel like
maybe a
you and
week in
I can
Cabo?
definitely work together on this. I mean,
Yeah.
I know exactly what we need to find. And you seem like the type of person that is looking to climb the totem pole.
She hands you her
There's
card.
definitely
It's Comic Sans font.
nice lettering. Stencil's great.
Not papyrus.
Not papyrus, no.
Some weird hybrid comic papyrus.
Look,
We'll be in touch. There's
if you can
definitely
get
a
me
lot we
the
can talk about.
information, I'll investigate from the inside. I'm sure we could use each other to have a good outcome.
I 100% agree.
I'll
There's
cover the
nothing.
bill. She stands up and she covers the bill for both of you, but she also takes both of the peppermints off of the bill tray.
I love the idea that Mash just like doesn't touch his in salad at all. Like it's just there.
Okay.
and by the time that she like comes back to the table or whatever, he's gone. It's like,
Bishop, Coltan has come back. Mash left hours ago, and who knows where he is. Pascal appears to be arranging for the sale of body parts. What do you got going on for the rest of the day?
I'm probably doing some, and I'm not that skilled a computer user, so I'm probably asking the interns here, whatever, to get me whatever information they can on this Lawrence.
Loss and
health-
wellness?
Loss and wellness. Sorry, that's it. Yes.
Yep.
Just.
How do I bring up the
information.
Facebooks? I just imagine Bishop doing like the finger poking at the keyboard.
it's like looking twice down, then looks up again.
It's called Hunt and Tap. All right.
Yeah. Also, with the picture you put in the Discord of what Bishop looks like. Yeah. Yeah.
6 words a minute. I've got it.
So Loss and Wellness is a small corporation owned by a larger corporation owned by the European Space Agency. It was formed a couple of years ago by a man named Robert Jaden. He changed his name to...
Smith.
Oh, right. He changed his name to Robert Lawson in order to make the Loss and Wellness like a personal brand. It was originally just called Loss and Wellness when he bought it out.
Wait, is your brother's name really Jaden Smith?
No, his name was Robert Smith.
He's a foster child. You do find in the records that someone who looks suspiciously like a younger Pascal, minus a bunch of cyberware and body sculpting. Same clothing.
I mean, it matches the face on the side of the car I saw, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is you find pictures of the two of them together when they're both younger.
Okay.
You find out that the Lawson Wellness occasionally has run-ins with the Tagalog Mafia. They must have some old beef there. They're not big enough to own any tanks or AV vehicles, like militarized AV vehicles, but they do have a couple private jets and a private AV vehicle. No real special forces, a small security branch, offices in Geneva and in Redline City. And their CFO actually owns the company. So she owns the company that owns Lawson Wellness, and she directly works for the European Space Agency.
Okay. And is she named in this report?
It is. It's Leslie Green. Yep.
Okay.
You do notice from Mash's rap sheet that name matches up with some of the backstory you've seen about Mash's crime so far. He's wanted by the ESA for publishing a very hostile report against their misdeeds in the Space Civil War.
Right. All right. So, well, then I'll approach Pascal when he's not busy selling organs. Pascal.
Bishop.
It looks like your brother's company has some issue with the Tagalog Mafia. Do you know what that's about?
I didn't realize. So, when I first came to Redline City, I got involved with the Tagalog Mafia. Apparently, either he tried to come at me that way, or perhaps my old mentor was even nicer to me than I knew of. This is the first I'm hearing of it, but either one of those things I could see as being true.
Why don't we reach out to the Mafia, see if there's some sort of a call we can reach? They've obviously got resources that we don't have access to.
So AP,
Yep.
I didn't actually no, I did have this in the backstory.
Yeah,
Malenko is alive and running the.
Yeah, he's also got your remote detonator for your cyberware.
Yes,
Yep.
he does.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, I'm going to call Malenko.
You just like push a button on your neck that calls him. Like
you don't call you call Malenko and you get his consigliere, essentially. A man who speaks to you in your home language. You hear the sounds of a restaurant in the background, and he goes, "Speak."
It's Pascal.
I know who this is. He said, "Speak."
I've run into some problems that have followed me from home, and I've just found out that apparently we have a common enemy in Lawson Wellness.
I know this name. What you want from your father?
They have Kiara. I want to destroy them.
You think father cares about your ex-girlfriend? You rate yourself very highly.
I don't think he cares about her, but they tried to kill me yesterday. And I want to put an end to them.
He gives you a time and place. It's a restaurant for tonight at 10 p.m. after hours. Come alone.
Very well. Thank you. And thank Father for me.
He hangs up the phone.
daddy issues.
I turn to Bishop. I say, well, I don't think you're going to like this. So The Tagalog Mafia is willing to talk to me, but only alone at 10 o'clock tonight.
I'm
They're,
happy to be somewhere nearby just in case.
I was going to say, their security is pretty decent, although from what I saw of your moves last night, you're probably on par with most of the lower level guys. This is the neighborhood I'll be in. If you could be a couple blocks down the street, that would be great.
I'll find a reason to be nearby. No problem.
Thank you.
Do we cut to that then?
Sure.
So you end up in the bad part of town. It's old Redline in the Mafia run, specifically the Tagalog Mafia run part. There's working electricity here at all times. There are armed men with guns and cyberware that guard the streets. People walk around without fear of being hurt because they're all protected by the Mafia. It's, like a 4-block radius, but you show up here uninvited, you'll get messed up. Pascal, you are waved through, but they stop at your car and take a look at Bishop following you and say, "Who's that guy? He with you?" As he says that, he racks a bolt in.
I wasn't going to be. I was going to hang back and wait for a call rather than be within sight.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Then he just lets you through. Then, when you enter the restaurant, you can hear a guy going, "No, please, no, I just," and you hear someone go, "Silence. I don't want to hear this from you. You know the essential cooking from the old places, from the land where I came from, were about contrasts, sweet, sour, salty. You're like Spam. You have the salt, got the meat, but you got no sweetness. You try to take my sugar from me, and this is a problem." He's like, "No, I swear, that money I don't know where it came from. I'm being set up." And he goes, "No, I said silence. Okay? You're embarrassing me. You're making me late. My son is in the next room. Just take this quietly. Okay? It's just 3 fingers. All right? We'll put them on ice. You can get them back later. All I want is for you to return the money." And he says, but I tell you, you have the money, and I don't know where it came from." He goes, "Huh? Silence. I want the money again, and I want 8% interest. Okay? I don't care where you get it from. If you were set up, find the person that did it." And then you hear a cleaver noise as somebody begins howling in pain and then passes out. Your father walks around the corner with a little baggie filled with ice and 3 fingers in it, and he drops it on the counter and says, Oh, Pascal, my son, come here, let me see you. You never come by enough. What's it take? Your girlfriend get kidnapped? That's what it takes for you to come to the old country now?"
Hello, Father.
Yeah, he comes in.
I haven't wanted.
He's just he brings you in for a hug, kisses you on the forehead, and says, the rest of this conversation will take place entirely in Tagalog. Let's be clear.
What is Tagalog?
Filipino.
Okay.
Why do you never visit me, my son? Just so you know, I can't do a Filipino accent, but assume that this guy is like the Filipino godfather. Why do you never visit me, Pascal?
I haven't wanted to bother you, especially you told me after our last meeting to make sure that I made something of myself And that's what
Yeah.
I've been attempting to do to make you.
Sometimes I
proud of
say
me.
things. I say things. Family sticks together.
Well, then
Family
I
sticks
will.
together. They
I
never
will
betray
come
each
by
other,
more.
Pascal. They never betray each other.
I wish that my family I grew up with had your ethic.
I heard something about that. Your brother, right? Adopted brother.
Yes.
He starts pouring out 2 shots of vodka and he says, your brother is a nuisance to me, but not one that I can't deal with. What is your sudden interest in him?
He had me kidnapped last night. He planned to, and I show him the note. He planned to murder Kiara in front of me and then kill me afterwards.
So he takes a shot, swooping back some greasy hair and says,
And I take a shot with him.
okay, so now I know what your problem is here. How do you want to solve this solution? What can we do to assist you?
I need to find him. I'm assuming he is here in Redline, or he wouldn't have taken me last night.
We've run into him a couple times around here. We know where his offices are at. I can find where he sleeps.
That would be wonderful. I wouldn't want to impose for more than that, but
Oh, yeah, no imposition. You know how it is. I do a favor for you. You do a favor for me. That's how it works with family.
of course.
He reaches out and pats you on the cheek and says, don't worry, son. I've got a favor in mind that I just can't wait to put you on. I hear you're running with a big crew now, Mr. Mash Nathers.
You're well informed.
Got
This
any
just
muscle?
happened. I do.
Good, good. You and your little Mash Nathers team. I'll need them to do something for me.
Would you care to discuss it now, or
No, my
later?
son. You look terrible. Go home, get a shower, have a good meal, play with your animal. I will find this Robert Lawson.
Thank you.
He goes into the kitchen and brings back like a takeout bag of Filipino food and sends you on your way.
Okay.
You don't have any place to sleep tonight yet, unless you wanted to search for a place to sleep. What do you want to do?
Remind me how much. I gotta look in the book. How much is a night in a coffin hotel?
Like 20
Like
euro
50
bucks.
euro bucks?
Yeah, it's very
something like
cheap.
that? Yeah.
20. Okay. I'm gonna so that I'm not sleeping in Dante's conference room again, because I feel like at some point my welcome's gonna run out there.
Yeah.
You do
I'm
have
gonna-
you do have 1,400 euro bucks.
Yes, I put that on. I don't, until this is over, I don't want to get the new place.
Just
Sorry,
imagine
one-
sleeping in a coffin with a
I
cat, though, as well.
So the question is, it's 20 euro bucks for a combat zone coffin. Or are you going to stay in a nicer place?
I will stay in a slightly nicer
So
than
moderate
combat
zone? It's
zone.
40
moderate
40
zone.
a night,
40,
yeah.
40 euros. Okay, I will pay the 40 euro bucks to and is there a shower?
There is...
Communal shower?
Yes,
or-
there is a
Yeah.
all-purpose single bathroom and like 40 coffins that share that thing. So the place is literally like a hotel desk. The bathroom, like a communal area where you can sit down and watch television or plug in your electronic devices, and it's all facing a wall of like morgue lockers.
Mhm.
So when you get inside, you can lock it in place so that no one can like open it and get you out. I guess maybe your cat is used to you living like this?
It's not the first time. Yeah. So napalm goes in the coffin first, and then YMCA skit style with my with my shower shoes on, I go in and clean up, and then the two of us have a actually pretty decent meal first, and first time I've had home cooking in a few months, and bed down for the night.
Now I really want to have a Filipino version of the Godfather theme with like traditional instrumentation. Yeah. A few days go by for all of you, unless there's any pressing business someone wanted to attend to.
What happened to Jackie C. Denton?
That's right, I forgot. He's on his way here. All right, Mash. So immediately after your meeting with Cynthia, you go to the airport to pick up J.C. Denton.
Oh, no, I don't pick him up. I don't pick him up.
Well, where are you meeting him then?
Well, I mean, he probably calls me because I've forgotten about him.
Yep, he calls you as you're walking out, leaving a salad behind. He goes, "Hey, ho, yeah, look, I'm here. Listen, I got the picture, I got the goods. Now I'm here to do the job. You got the synth coke?"
1 moment. I put him on hold and I call Pascal and I'm just like,
Pascal, you're just buckling yourself into your coffin for the night. Oh, it's so loud in the coffin.
Loud
Hey,
in the
Mash.
Coffin is my synthwave band name.
Hey, Hokey Pokey, how's it going?
You heard a cat in the background sounding irritated?
Better than yesterday. I think I've got a lead on them.
On what?
Lawson.
Who?
My brother.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, listen, I got that dude. You know, the one for the trying to find your tiara.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna need it. Give him the baggie that Coltan gave him to thank him for his time, but I think I've got it covered.
I mean, let's think about this a little bit. What have you got covered exactly? Because you were 6 hours ago, you were like worried that she's going to be, a floor rug. Yeah.
I am still worried, but I've got the right people finding her.
I'm very scared when you say the right people because your right people seem to be very different from the actual right people.
You worry too much.
Listen, I've known you for so little amount of time and you seem very hell-bent on making so many problems. It's crazy, actually, how many problems you make. So can you at least tell me about...
In Pascal's mind, he's thinking, I guess this isn't the right time to tell him I'm going to have to do another job.
Yeah. So do you mind telling me who's solving this problem for us? Or for you, so I should say?
It's no one new. Don't worry.
I mean, everyone's new to me. So I go back to the call and I'm just like,
Yo!
hey, where are you? You should come meet me because, the deal's changed, but I've got some complimentary gifts for you.
Oh, he goes,
Come
the
and
deal's
sit down."
changed. I just flew up from Florida to get here. You know what Florida's like in March? It's amazing. Incredible.
Listen, do you want Coke or not? Are you going to be a bitch about
I
this?
do want Coke as long as you're not a cop.
Are you
But you have to say so.
really?
You exchange
So,
location information and he takes a taxi out to meet you.
I call up Oh, I was gonna say I was gonna call up
Bishop.
fucking Bishop to come along just in case he gets a little.
I feel like Bishop will show up
uh,
when you ask. Yeah.
Yeah, in case he gets a little, drug rage going on or something like that. So.
Yeah, that roid coke rage.
Oh, you know what? You don't know what they put in synth coke.
I do know what they put in synth coke. Actually, they're very clear about it. It's synthetic.
This is all the good stuff. None of the bad stuff. Just the good stuff.
All bass, no treble.
Yeah.
No, you have to have clean treble. Come on now. You know how it is.
Yeah, so I guess I would get him to meet up with me in Bishop. I also send Pascal a message and just being like, just to be clear here, like this is in text, is it just to be clear here, you're not sleeping on the street like some fucking homeless person or something, are you?
I text back, I appreciate the thought. In a hotel.
Okay, good. So you're going to come into work showered tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. Have a good sleep in your hotel. ?
All right. So you go to your meeting with J.C. Denton.
Jackie C. Denton, as he likes to be called.
Yep.
Yeah. So I go meet Jackie C. Denton. Yeah. And basically I tell him the news, like originally I wanted you to come find this Kiara rocker girl, she's a bit of a hoe, that's at least that's how it's been described to me. So she could be literally anywhere, night clubbing or whatever. And I toss him the bag of the complimentary synth
coat. Yeah,
like,
he snorts it down rudely immediately as soon as it happens.
Mm-hmm.
James, you were asked to attend a meeting with MASH just in case Mr. Synthcoke gets upset that he doesn't have a job.
Sure.
Yeah, that would be your answer.
Yeah, and it's just like, so listen, I'm always looking for people to help me get the scoop on stuff. So if you stick around, there'll probably be some work for you in the future.
Look, Mash, she called me up here with the promise of synth coke, a pile of it, and this, a baggie, in a police evidence bag? Come on now. Now you want to try to offer me another job? What's the hustle here?
Hey, listen. If you're going to be a bitch about this, that is the best stuff. That's like crime lockup synth coke. That's like the purest shit there is,
Yep. He does the line of it and goes, yeah, it is. But still, it's not enough.
Mr. Synthcoke is the first single off Loud in the Coffin.
I have a deep psychological addiction, and no amount of money will ever fill that hole in my heart. I'm the best at what I do, Mash. Listen, hanging upside down from a tree in a suit made of leaves, okay? I'm a chameleon. I can get anywhere to get the thing that I need.
Okay,
the thing that I need is synth coke.
Okay, I'll tell you what. There is this girl that I met. Her name is Cynthia Coden. She's
all right, when you say that,
manager.
his cyber sunglasses come down. And he says, "Oh, the job has begun."
So anyway, she's a middle manager at internet and phone.
Yeah.
I need you to get as much bad dirt on her as you possibly can. I want everything. Okay? And I tell you what, if you do this well, we can have a conversation about what this means for your future.
I want to know what I'm getting up front. That's how I work. What am I getting?
It's in your nose. That is the upfront. Congratulations, you used it all.
You told me that was a gift.
€1,000.
You told me that was a gift for coming here in the first place.
That is what upfront means.
He turns to Bishop and says, "You heard it. You heard it just as much as I did."
Bishop, what did you actually hear?
Stop talking to me. That's to him, not to Mash.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm
See,
not going to
that's
stand for this.
exactly
You can't
what he has.
intimidate me into working with you, Mash Nathers.
I'm not intimidating you. There is more to come. You just happen to put it in your nose already.
You promised me synth coke. You gave me a gift bag of synth coke just for coming here when you didn't have a job. Now you want me on the hook for another job with synth coke I haven't seen?
All right. Mr. Denton, do you want it or not? Because you're free to walk away if you don't.
Ooh, make a persuasion and fast talk roll. I'm gonna put
Can I
this
get a
at-
bonus? Because
No.
he wants... Oh, no?
You get a
Okay.
22 because you didn't give him what he wants, so now he's super confused and very upset.
And high as fuck.
He is very high. Oh
One. I rolled a
boy!
one.
You
Fumble
roll
one.
another d10 real quick.
Yeah. Perfect. I
Nothing
failed that.
happens.
He explodes into cocaine.
No. I mean, if it was something like a 9 or a 10, he would try to murder you on the spot. But no, he's not that out of it. He says, look, I like you, but I'm not doing business with you right now. You're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. Mash Nathers, if you try to pull this shit on me again, I'm going to tell everybody in the business, don't work with Mash Nathers. He's not good for the synth coke. He finishes up doing some lines and then stands up and walks away in a huff.
I shout after him. It's like, 24 hours, Denton.
He gets into a cab.
I really hate working with that guy. He's the absolute worst. And I tell you what, Pascal has some shit to fucking answer for. He wanted this, and then he backs out. I can't believe it.
Oh.
Can't believe it.
I just read his rap. He can't work in at least 16 states. So
I know. I'm literally. You know what he was doing when I called him? He was trying to take a picture of KK's butt, even though KK just released like the worst sex tape of her life. And she two before that. I mean, no one's going to pay for that. There's probably waves here, honestly. Unbelievable. You want to get a beer or something? Do you want to get fucked up?
I'll get a beer. That's fine.
Cool.
Okay,
All right,
you guys
let's
are
do it.
going to do some Smash together?
Yeah, why not?
No, I just drink.
Okay,
Just,
you drink real beer rather than the really
Yep.
cheap Smash. Okay.
Oh, KK's illustrious second film, Taking It Easy.
No, it's taking it easy.
That's what I
Actually.
tried to say, but
Wow.
my mouth doesn't do that. Easy. Taking it easy.
Sometimes I think Cyberpunk was a mistake.
It hasn't even gotten to the levels it got to in fucking New Game Plus. Come on now.
That's true.
The life of Pound Blow. Oh god.
Okay, you guys have a beer together.
Mm-hmm.
Anything anyone else wants to do before the next day comes around?
No,
Did we ever
that's good.
did we ever follow up with Blaze Laser?
No,
About-
Blaze Laser's going to get back to you.
Okay.
So a few days pass, and Blaze Laser does call you back. Which one of you did you gave the phone number?
Me.
Okay, so Blaze calls you back.
Wait, didn't
He's-
your phone get fucked up? Like,
Yeah, but he
but
moved
I got a new- I bought a new phone.
Oh, okay.
So it's Blaze Laser's ID, but when you hear the person on the phone, it's not Blaze Laser. They go, "Is this Pascal Jaden?
Yes.
The name's Sludge.
Hello, Sludge.
I'm the man you're looking for. I had to spoof your boy's ID. Why you trying to follow me?"
Just want to make sure you're cool, man.
I'm a corporate spider, okay? What we did there, that's part of the job, all right?
Just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page. You were doing your job, I'm doing my job, and now we're both on to other jobs.
I mean, I gotta tell you, Zeta Tech has a bounty out for you. They don't know what you look like. All the footage got erased when you smashed up my guy's skull. So that puts us at an impasse. Technically, I should be putting a bullet in your brain. But that's also a lot of work for me. How do you suggest we fix this?
I've got a gun right here. I can put a bullet in it right now.
And I could have, instead of just looking to have a conversation, just put a hit on you. But I wanted to make sure we're both professionals. We both work on the skirting of things. We're going to be on the same side one day and different side the other day and back together again the next time. I'd say we just both go our separate ways and head nod if we happen to see each other again.
Okay. Make a persuasion. Difficulty 17.
Persuasion.
Fumble.
Your phone explodes in your hand.
Oh.
One short. So difficult.
That picture Henley posted replaced the finger with a gun.
There's a flashback in Pascal's mind. It's just like, man, just leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Pascal, he says, yeah, let's just agree to look the other way.
I'll send you a care package. Where do you live? You're like, oh, I'm over here right now. Let's get a beer together. Talk shop.
So he just says, we're good then.
As far as I'm concerned, we're good. And if you're looking for work, I hear that my boy Blaze is putting together a whole bunch of...
I have a corporate job, thanks. And he hangs up the phone.
Okay.
As far as you know, things are good.
Yes. I don't know that I failed by one.
Correct.
When we get back together, I'm going to let everyone know that Zeta has a bounty out for us.
Who?
Including me?
22.
Not you. You weren't involved.
I'm sorry, what warehouse?
The person who's like, you broke bastard.
The big story you did, MASH. The story of your lifetime.
This wasn't the story of my lifetime, bitch. I've been to space. Okay.
Remember the?
I feel like I need to remind you every time I see you.
The job we did with our solo that wore a T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
That's how we're gonna remember that event.
I mean, there's a lot of highlights, but that's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, Pascal. I mean, you come to us with information, like literally my face is on the document. Like I don't know what to tell you, my man. Like, yes, of course, everyone wants to kill me. I've come to terms with this already. Okay, it's how life goes. That's why we have Mr.
Bishop.
Thank you, sorry, Mr. Bishop.
Just wanted to let you know, I talked to Sludge, their net runner. He says that we're cool.
Wait, he could pick any name. Any name.
I don't ask.
Any picks Sewerage as his name.
I don't ask these questions.
It's not as bad as Taserface.
No, Taserface makes sense. Sludge is literal feces. Like, it's like, oh, well, you know what's a cool name? My poo poo. I don't know. No one says that.
My name's Skidmark.
Hey, Bishop, this is a good question for you. What is the worst handle you've ever heard of in your line of business?
Think about it. Most netrunners start when they're 12, 13. Of course his name is Sludge.
That's true.
Remember XX Sephiroth 420XX?
_ AZN.
Oh man.
Anyway, he says we're cool, and he let us know that there's a bounty out for us, but they don't know who we are. They don't know our faces.
I'm actually a little insulted then.
So,
Literally, my face is on the news report.
Yeah, but you tried to make the news report as neutral as possible. Remember?
Yeah, but then
you tried to make it that you weren't. That,
janitor, they're not stupid, okay? Or maybe they are. I don't know.
Oh my god, janitor. Bishop. I have that you haven't rolled anything this time around, and I feel like maybe I haven't given you enough spotlight. Is there something you want to do? I don't want to force anything on you, but
look, I had to force some rolls myself.
Any game you don't roll dice is a good game, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay,
so.
I'll buy that.
Not in this one. Not in this one. You need those IPs, my man.
I mean, your dice, your experience is fighty based, and this wasn't a fighty episode. This was a sleuthy episode.
Yep.
Do some virtual reality shooting.
Go to the arcade.
Look, I don't know how hard I made it, but I literally fumbled in front of a drug transaction and tried my best to piss off the guy. It didn't work. I'm sorry. I could have been.
Trying to bait him into getting killed. Wow.
Probably the most I did was passively intimidate.
Self-defense is a real thing. Okay.
You could make a custom skill, passive intimidation.
No, that's literally just being a solo. Like literally, that is what a solo
Intimidation
does.
actually has passive effects.
Oh.
Yeah. And as a solo, you get a bonus on your intimidation, I believe.
So
From your solo points.
At intimidation +3, you can frighten any typical low-level citizen or street thug. At 6, you can intimidate Sylvester Stallone or tough guys, and at +9, you can intimidate Arnold Schwarzenegger. Which I think.
Wait, Arnold Schwarzenegger's at a 9, but still.
Yeah.
I love the way they made the differentiation in the 80s.
Yep.
Early 90s.
Well, what do you call it? What's the one where they both show up? Expendables hadn't been made yet for another 20 years. So
10 plus, you can make Chuck Norris quake in his boots.
Yeah, sure. Let's say that's true.
If it's relevant, by the way, to when I'm in conversations or at least listening to conversations, I do have a voice stress analyzer if somebody is lying. Keep that in mind.
No one has lied to you recently. Mash Nathers lies consistently, though. Mostly to other people.
Point. I do as well. Does that mean that I knew that?
Well, the voice stress analyzer literally says you need a truth to compare it against.
Yes.
So
you don't have enough.
You've never heard it.
Okay.
If you don't have a truth, you don't know that they're lying.
You need a baseline. That's why every time you see someone, say, "What's your name? What's your occupation?" and then start asking them questions.
Is your name this? And they say, "What? Of course it's."
There's
this.
a potential political joke about the president that I could make here, but I'm not going to.
Please don't. No, I want to get through the week.
Is this line secure? You have to tell me that this line's secure, or else it's not secure, right?
Tell me the joke after we finish up, Drummer.
Okay.
You can probably fill in the lines yourself.
Is there anything else you all want to do during the wait for information to come back on Loss and Wellness or Dante to have another job?
I want to see if I can get more information on this girl.
And at some point, I guess we need to find Pascal a house, but maybe he's just living out of Coffin Hotels.
I was gonna wait until.
All right, mark down another 40 for 2 more nights in the Coffin Hotel.
Okay. I love the idea that you're just like casually waiting for one of us to like invite you over, and we're just.
Oh no, not even a little bit. I would not accept if you did.
So how's it living in that small little thing? Cool, huh? Yeah. You get shivved yet in that public shower of yours? No, that's strange.
Wow, that's brutal.
I think.
Look at this
Colton's
harassment by your manager.
I would probably talk to Pascal about like the sleep drug. Like, what would he want changed about it?
Like
more
if he had
REM cycles, please.
So it's
I'm using
been
it in my ear.
2 days now.
Yep,
So it's been 2 days now, Arthur.
correct.
So I'm down to injury 2. Great.
Like when
If it's been 2 days and your guy Colton works on you each of those days, you're at injury 0. If you had 4,
Yeah.
you're good.
Oh, I'm at injury. Even better.
Yep.
Thank you.
I mean, he can make the medical roll in his sleep, so.
like when you have the money to pay for such improvements to your sleep drug or your dart, whatever.
I mean, probably
be nice.
the big ones are the save. You're going to want to increase the difficulty of the save and how long it lasts. Because the current one only gives a -1 to his stun save, and it only lasts for 1d10 plus 1 rounds.
Exactly.
That's a lot of time. Well, I mean,
That's
like
a lot of time in
potentially
combat, but that, like, you
Yeah.
could shoot somebody with that, go do a hacking job, and then turn around, and they're like, oh, I'm back up. I shoot you in the kneecap.
Yeah, it's like 60 seconds.
I mean, potentially it could only be 2 rounds, so.
Because in the meantime, I'd probably be like, did I sell all the organs through? Was that all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all of
Yes.
them.
Yep, you saw them
Okay.
all.
Cool. So there's nothing more to sell. I'd just be trying to make progress towards like more efficient drug, and also maybe turning this into like a sleep aid, like making a stronger version, but also a weaker version that like,
I will call it NyQuil.
yeah. And it's actually got like the needle is shaped like a quill of like a raven or like an owl or something.
And it's sticking out of a guy's neck and he's like sleeping. He's
Yeah.
like...
Okay.
Nice.
Make a pharmaceuticals check.
What's the base here?
For now, let's say a 15. This is just to start making basic changes.
And I dumped my luck, if I'm correct.
Yes, you did.
20.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. If you come up with a drug based on the custom rules, you will have a formula for it.
Okay. I'll look at that before next session.
Okay. I think this is a good place to wrap up then.
Yeah.
Starting with experience, we're going to go with James. You get 3 floating IP.
Congratulations, James.
You didn't get any risk at all. Mash, you ready?
Yeah.
Persuasion 1.
Okay.
Awareness notice 3.
Ooh, cool.
Credibility 3.
Nice.
Pascal?
Yes.
First aid 2.
Yeah, floating IP?
Yeah, 3 for everybody.
Okay.
First aid 2.
Yep, forgery 3.
Forgery 3.
Street deal 4.
Street deal 4.
And persuasion 1.
Persuasion 1.
Colton, you're the big winner today. Library search 1. Shadow track 3.
Good.
Tech medical 4.
Tech medical. It's 12. Okay.
Streetwise 1.
Yep.
Dodge evade 3. Pharmaceuticals 2.
Pharma. Sweet. Cool.
How we doing after this session, guys? It was did not go in the way that I anticipated.
I had the feeling.
What did you anticipate?
I thought we would do more slice of life, buying stuff, getting Pascal a new house, and now we're deep into the mafia.
I mean, that's kind of slice of life for us.
JC Denton doing coke.
Yeah.
That's become its own sub-story.
The minute he
feel
got
like-
back in, the minute he got back in the cab, he's like, "The Illuminati would never rip me off like this."
Yeah. I feel like the JC Denton sub-story is like an optional quest you decided not to do.
I'm feeling real good about where MASH is right now. Like, I think I've nailed for empathy pretty fucking hard this episode. So
You do seem like a Dante Fierro creation in the same way that Triple H made Batista.
yeah, right. Yeah, it does feel like that a little bit. And honestly, I'm super excited to see where this goes. I especially love the fact that, you know, my go-to is pretty much like, who are you again? Like,
Next session is going to see some combat, so be ready for that.
Yeah, we got some new muscle on the team. Bisquick, that's his name.
Wow. Incredible. You better put your deep faith in Bisquick and hope he doesn't know that you call him that.
oh, I'm curious. The
He's Biscuit in my phone.
The what is it called? The coffins.
Yeah.
They don't let you store things, right?
No.
No.
It's just you just stay the night. And period. End of story.
So,
I mean, you can permanently rent a coffin if that's all
correct.
you need.
Yes.
Yeah.
so where do you put your cat then, Glimo? Do you have any idea on where that kitty
In the
cat
car,
goes?
of course.
I don't have a
He
car.
doesn't have a car.
Oh shit! Where are you keeping your cat?
I figured
Office?
every day if you know every morning at checkout time, if I haven't heard from Maleko yet, then I'm just extending it and
Okay,
the cat
all right.
stays in the coffin.
All right. I feel like every day you come back and the cat has definitely been out of the coffin, but someone put it in just before you got back. You know how it is. Everybody's just like, oh, look at this cute cat. What kind of monster would leave you in a coffin? You know, like
Also
the guy
like
who has to
idea
go
that
in there
every
with
single
the...
coffin has like a glass door and they can see it.
No. What I think happens is when you leave, they have to go in and like spray hose down the coffin to clean it. Right?
Oh my
And they
God.
spray the cat and he's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know you were in there. So they let the cat out when you're gone, just so the cat has people to talk to and play with.
I love to imagine the coffins as those beds from Fifth Element when they get on the plane and it's all
Yeah.
like rollers, you know, like and they slide in with the roller.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Can I suggest a Glimo, by the way, from Chromebook One, €50 a month, pet minder service. They will come to your house. They'll feed your pet. They do 2 1-hour visits per week to play with the pet. Yeah, Bishop's got this service locked and loaded. Someone
Yeah,
come
well,
and
first you
Thank
need
you.
a house.
Yeah.
They
They'll come
don't-
to your coffin and do it too.
I don't think so. Not in the bad part of town.
If they want their €50, they will.
Staying in the moderate
No,
the
that's
moderate-
true. That's true. I'll think about it. All right, we'll say yes. Let's do some
Okay,
outros.
If that's the case, then I'll take 50 more euro bucks off my character sheet.
Incredible. Lima, what do you got for an outro?
I'm Glimo. I will be playing BattleTech tomorrow night. I'll be playing Call of Cthulhu on Sunday on my channel, twitch.tv/Glimo. And it was a good game tonight. Although this last 5 minutes, I'm thinking of that oatmeal comic of I'll put it in Discord, but you're my cat. I pet you. I feed you. I love you. I love you and only you. And the cat saying, well, you're at work. I live with the neighbors.
Yeah, that's Amore right there. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That hurts deep inside. You got anything going on this week?
No, just your shows, my shows, and work. But at least it's a short week, so that's something.
Drumurboy, what is the secret to your power?
Crippling depression.
Ooh, wow, that's the secret to my power too. What do you got going on?
Just writing, just trying to polish off the Star Wars soon. Wrote the trumpet and finished off the brass section today. So percussion tomorrow, and then mixing. Hopefully, I'll have it done by next week. And then I'll see if that's the last one. I have to message JP to be like, hey, do you guys want more of this? Or is this the end of the contract? And then just more music, polishing up the stuff that has been on the back burner forever. A Super NES, I guess SNES Sounds album. Some of the songs that we've heard already in the previous D&D campaign will be on that album probably. And then a bunch of other just stuff I've been working on. And then probably more Destiny, trying to polish off those planets. And yeah. Maybe some new games, because I've got a shit ton of games that I could play. I just don't, because there's Destiny. But once Destiny is kind of wrapped up for the end of the seasonal shit and the planets, then, you know, I'll just have another game to play. Other than that, watch random stuff on Amazon Prime and Netflix, and you'll probably hear all about that next week when we do our media minute, you know? Media 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
That's about it. Just music and media for me.
You give us 5 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Oh. Okay. Henley.
Yo, what up? Thanks for running, AP. Thanks for playing, everyone. Thanks for watching, all you sexy little butts. What's going on? Go buy my game. It's on Steam. It's called Pieces of My Heart. Go follow my work Twitter account. It's called @KinkyFridays. We're doing a lot of really good stuff there. It's, you know, a great time to be working on that sort of stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Are we good for Saturday? Like, pretty sure we are, right? Yeah. So we'll probably be playing on Saturday, so come check that out as well. And yeah, that me. Thanks.
Okay. James.
Thank you. I am Grimdarkjames. Find me under Grimdark Podcast on your favorite social media networking platform, provided it's Facebook or Twitter. I will be back here again tomorrow for Battletech. I'll actually be doing Battletech again tonight too, or tonight my time, because I've now uploaded about 7 hours worth of my Mech HQ Megamech playthrough to my YouTube channel. It's unlisted, so if you wanted to watch me battle against a computer in Battletech hard mode, hit me up on Arthur's Discord and I'll share the links to you. Otherwise, back here tomorrow for Battletech. Back here on Saturday for Rouge Trader. Yeah, and otherwise you'll see me here next week if you're only following Cyberpunk.
Okay. Friends, we'll be back next week. That's all I got.
It's still September, by the way.
Ugh, you're not telling. We're 69% of the way.
September.
I've been simping all September, and I'm doing excellent at it. We're 69% of the way through the year.
Nice.
If you're into 3D art, it's also Septrender as well. So
shit. What is there, like a hashtag I follow for that?
Well, it's go daz3d.com. I think it's being run by Daz. So that's that's why I do all my 3D stuff through.
Nice.
Daz is so gross. Anyway, sorry.
I've been like amateur blendering for a little bit now, so like I'm into the 3D art amateur shit.
So probably things like Renderosity would probably have some stuff for Septrender as well, and Renderotica if you're a Dave.
Daz is like the Satan of the industry when it comes to porn. So just so you know.
Okay, no worries.
You know. Yeah.
Okay, we're leaving on Satan, so that's where we're at. Be back next week.
Leaving on Satan's the last track on Loud in the Coffin.
Oh boy! Wow, he got in there. He really just worked that in. Incredible.
I mean, that's how Satan do. He work in there.
Man.
Wow.